Honorable Luksic, colleagues and friends, good morning, and may I reiterate my thanks to Montenegro for organizing this conference, and as yet said, the fact that it is being held in Montenegro is very, very significant in itself. So, attending the Idaho Forum has become part of my annual agenda, and I remember that in 2013, immediately after I became minister, I was advised to confirm my participation to the first Idaho Forum, which was held in The Hague. This event was important to me and my country for two reasons. The first was to show that Malta was going to entirely rewrite its policy when it comes to LGBTIQ issues, which we did. And the second was to support the important call for an EU comprehensive approach on LGBTI rights and ensure greater European coordination to tackle discrimination and inequality. I did attend, and I must admit that I found the event greatly useful for the work that I wanted to progress in Malta and beyond. My compliments go to my colleague, Jet Bussemaker, for her leadership in hosting that event. I remember the sense of camaraderie expressed by all the fellow ministers in our call on the EU to develop an LGBT comprehensive approach. Partly taken on by the enthusiasm of the first forum, I proposed Malta as a possible host country for the second forum. Sweden too was keen on hosting the event, and we finally agreed to co-host. And the initial meeting was held in Stockholm, with the main event then being held in Valletta. The highlight of that event, as was visible in the documentary that was launched yesterday, was the declaration of intent, a common commitment for domestic, European and international action signed by 18 countries. Today we are all gathered here in Montenegro for the third forum, and I believe that we are obliged to look back to the first two events and reflecting on what it is that we did and what it is that we are doing. On my part, I can say that the beauty of these events comes from the fact that they bring together different actors, whether they are from European institutions, national government or civil society, and allow us to have important conversations about LGBTIQ issues. We have heard the Fundamental Rights Agency launch the LGBT survey and elaborate the findings of the survey on two occasions. We have heard the Commissioner for Human Rights express his concern on the situation of intersex infants in Europe and his call for attention to their plight, a call that will become even stronger following tomorrow's launch of the issue paper on the same theme. We have heard ILGA Europe launch their Rainbow Package, expressing their hope for more leadership in Europe. And we have heard Transgender Europe raise the plight of trans people's needs for quick and transparent procedures regarding legal gender recognition in Europe. All this is good, and we need more of it. It generates momentum, and it allows us to learn from each other. However, I sincerely believe that we should aspire for more. Let us ensure that the Idaho Forum does not become a roadshow, a slot in our agenda with a yearly trip to a different conference in a different country. We are not just a group of traveling ministers, we travel for a purpose. And I believe that to be fully able to move the agenda of the forum forward, our collective calls need to be heeded. I remember very clearly Commissioner Reding's speech in which she clearly disregarded our call for an EU comprehensive approach. That was a disappointment, but we did not allow that speech to discourage us. We are still here, and we need to reiterate our call for the EU to adopt a comprehensive approach on LGBTIQ rights. We simply cannot afford to not have a roadmap within the term of this new Commission. Our hope now is in Commissioner Jourova. We need her to deliver on the Commission's promise to adopt an LGBT comprehensive approach. She knows that she has many supporters, including the Netherlands and Malta, with both countries forming part of the forthcoming EU trio presidency, which term starts in January 2016. I believe that the European Parliament clearly indicated that Europeans are keen on LGBT comprehensive approach when it supported the Lunacek report with a 61% majority in February 2014. Similarly, the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe adopted an unprecedented resolution on the right to self-determination of trans people just less than a month ago, which I had the privilege to address. We can, of course, advance the LGBTIQ agenda independently at the national level. I believe that the work that we have done, along with the LGBTIQ Consultative Council in my country, and the great work that my colleagues have carried out in their respective countries, speaks volumes in this regard. However, our efforts would benefit greatly from European coordination and impetus. I thus call on the Commission to ensure that the comprehensive approach meets the outline laid out in the Lunacek report and meets and surpasses the EU commitment on LGBTI equality in its external action policy. Thank you.